In an effort to stop the spread of COVID-19, desperate times are calling for desperate measures. In a memo sent out Sunday, Governor Tom Wolf ordered that all restaurants in select counties cease their dine-in operations. This order will affect Allegheny, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery County. And seated behind me are NBA 2K League players and their families for the third annual NBA 2K League Draft, a monumental collaboration in the world of esports that is changing the perspective and narrative around professional sports. Now, with just 3 days away from the New Hampshire primaries, voters will soon find out if Bill Weld has what it takes to make headway in Trump's new Republican Party. Now, in addition to the new travel restrictions on high-risk countries, the U.S. government is also issuing a level 4 travel advisory on Italy and South Korea as the number of reported cases of coronavirus has continued to rise in those regions.
Joining our next president, my husband, Joe Biden.
Down but not out, Scrappy Joe from Scranton took to the campaign trail on Monday night to show New Hampshire voters that he still has some fight left in him.
We choose hope over fear. We choose science over fiction. Unity over division. Compassion over cruelty.
Several miles across Manchester, President Donald Trump held a rally of his own where he made accusations of voter fraud that he believes occurred during the 2016 presidential election.
Remember last time we won the primary tremendously? We should have won the election, but they had buses being shipped up from Massachusetts, hundreds and hundreds of buses.
Meanwhile, former Vice President Biden joked about the two political rivals speaking in the same city at the same time.
I've been the object of his affection for so long now.
After the event, Biden engaged in some retail politics with his supporters in attendance, and while Biden wasn't planning to speak to the press, I managed to land an exclusive interview with the Democratic presidential hopeful to gauge his game plan for winning Pennsylvania.
I'm going to win Pennsylvania because I know Pennsylvania, they know me. I'm better known in Pennsylvania because of Philadelphia television than almost anybody else except the mayor. I'm not joking. So I think we're going to do really well in Pennsylvania. That's why I put my headquarters there. That's why I announced there.
Reporting in Manchester, New Hampshire, for Temple Update, I'm Kenny Cooper. The bell rings on Temple University's main campus, but due to COVID-19, barely anyone is around to hear it. For many expecting to enjoy their final senior moments, the early closure of the university has soon-to-be graduates like Aaliyah Mayo feeling the blues.
I was kind of anticipating it. Nonetheless, it was still a very sad moment.
And many other seniors in Temple's Klein College of Media and Communications had a lot on their minds about the abrupt end of senior year.
It hurts, I'm not going to be able to see certain people I would see every day ever again.
And I wasn't able to get the closure that I feel like I needed.
Like many other universities, Temple has postponed in-person commencement ceremonies. Meanwhile, a recent trend has emerged on social media where people are posting their old graduation pictures. While it may be a heartfelt gesture, some have accused those taking part in the trend of being distasteful to the class of 2020. However, the seniors that I spoke with had more pressing concerns regarding graduation.
I was a little angry at first, but then considering my mom is an essential worker, she's a nurse, it kind of made more sense to me.
I keep asking myself what I should do next, and it's really difficult because right now there's no definitive answer to that question.
And gloomy headlines such as this one in CNBC or this one in the Wall Street Journal have only added to the growing skepticism in the job market.
So it's very scary and uncertain times for many of us, but I just want to share a sentiment with all my seniors that this is not the time to give up.
Now, the Klein Career Center may have a remedy in the form of virtual job hunts for 2020 graduates like myself looking for employment after graduation. In Elkins Park, I'm Kenny Cooper. And the table is set for the New Hampshire Democratic Party's McIntyre Shaheen 100 Club dinner, where presidential candidates come from near and afar to make their final pitch to voters before Tuesday's primaries. For 61 years, the McIntyre Shaheen 100 Club dinner has served as a final frontier for Democratic candidates looking to make a final impression on New Hampshire. This year, the dinner came immediately after the debates, and attendees liked the contrast between the two events.
Now we're going to be able to hear from each of the candidates.
This is actually better than the debate, if you think about it.
For
people who haven't made their minds up, this is a really efficient stop.
But some voters have made their minds up, and they are excited about their candidate's chances.
I'm a huge Joe Biden fan. I've been a Biden fan for a long time. I think he is the candidate that can reunite this country and bring us back to a state of normalcy.
However, clashes between Trump voters protesting the dinner and Democratic attendees cast a feeling of tension over the event.
You have to walk through the Trump people to get into the building. You know, this is not business as usual.
And as candidates took the stage one by one, they made it clear that their focus was on Donald Trump.
We are going to come together to defeat the
Reporting in Manchester, New Hampshire, for Temple Update, I'm Kenny Cooper.
You can't switch a light and fix all these problems. You have to really, when there's generations of disinvestment or non-investment, you have to start investing again. And
During our sit-down, Mayor Kenny gave his own opinion of his first term in office. From his regrets,
I have regrets when I look at the homicide rate and it's up. I have regrets when little kids get shot and killed. I have regrets when people don't always feel safe.
To his victories with the controversial soda tax.
I think we've accomplished a lot of big things. I mean, the beverage tax was one of the biggest things we've done.
Despite the controversy, Mayor Kenny stands by the soda tax, claiming that it gives much-needed funding to the Philadelphia public school system.
So that beverage tax, as much as people complain about it, is providing the opportunities for all of these kids to have a better life.
Mayor Kenny also identified what he believed to be the source of Philadelphia's lack of public school funding.
It is the state constitutional responsibility of the state to provide for a thorough and efficient education. And for the most part, they have not.
Despite that hurdle, Mayor Kenny pointed to the city's growth as evidence of a positive term in office.
Because I believe we're doing a very good job under difficult circumstances. This national environment with this president is very, very difficult.
And Mayor Kenny is not shy about getting into national politics. Recently, he's endorsed Senator Elizabeth Warren in her bid for presidency.
I think that she has the wherewithal to win. She has the wherewithal to win a primary, and she has the wherewithal and the gumption to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump.
On November 5th, voters have a choice to make. Incumbent Mayor Kenny or his opponent, Billy Ciangelini. Reporting in Center City, Philadelphia, for Temple Update, I'm Kenny Cooper. The Temple men's basketball team continued their dominant start to the season on Tuesday night with a win against the St. Joseph Hawks. Let's jump into the first quarter to a Quentin Rose no-look dime leading to a Jake Forrester jam. Next up, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Josh Pierre-Louis destroying the rim. The basket seemed 15 feet wide for the Owls on Tuesday night as everything seemed to go their way. California, Texas, and 12 other states will make their voices heard in the biggest presidential primary day to date, Super Tuesday. The 63 delegates at stake in South Carolina pale in comparison to the 1,357 delegates that will be up for grabs on March 3rd. Candidates vying for the opportunity to take on Trump in the general election will be dead set on trying to gain some steam ahead of the Democratic convention. Philly icon, first game as the lead guy, 1/2 into this new season, and Quentin Rose brings down the hammer. If you don't like that, you don't like NCAA basketball, puts J.P. Mormon in a coffin. A student was killed in a hit and run just blocks away from main campus. The incident happened at the corner of 8th Street and Cecil B. Moore Avenue, where police say a driver was speeding in the wrong direction. Temple Update's Connell Smith is live at the scene with more details. Connell, what do you have for us? The next one is a conference showdown against the 5-2 UCF Knights, a clash with serious implications for the end of the season. Kickoff at the link is set for this Saturday at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. This week's player to watch, UCF's Gabriel Davis, who has been giving opposing defenses headaches all year. Take a listen to what the Owls have to say about their upcoming matchup with their AAC rivals. Already up 10-0, SMU's Shane Buechele unleashes an aerial assault with this pass going 75 yards to the crib. For the 5th straight year, you can officially slot the Temple football team as in for bowl season. The Owls will take on the UNC Tar Heels at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland on Friday, December 27th. The game will air live at noon on ESPN. And don't forget to check back in with us next week. Same time, same flair, same finesse, different anchor. Jane and Aaliyah, back to you.